drop the roof and let the smoke clear. I got diamonds doing socializing both ears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas strip tonight. Slip that on and we might miss the fight. Fuck a lot, I keep the watch.
Marine Bahlobam, hope everyone is fine, hope everyone is content, hope nikrendile. So we are heading to Swaziland. I'm actually going to be voice overrising because I actually failed to talk when I was actually making the clips. Also, to be honest, I didn't fail to talk. My speaker has a problem, so sometimes it actually cuts the clips so that, and then some clips end up being audible and then some are not so audible. So we were heading to my grandmother's ceremony. I forgot the name of the ceremony, but yeah, and then lana beslinde ukuthi kulungiselele so that kuhlatshwe inkomo, that is slaughtering a cow. Is there such a thing as slaughtering a cow? Yes, I think so. My uncle is drinking this other thing they do in Swaziland. They call it a fruit, so it tastes like granadilla, but it gets you but it gets you drunk very quick. So I forgot the name of the person that they choose to actually. Okay, let me actually call my uncle and ask him so that I do this video with the entire information. So ngimtholile uthi bekuhlatshwa tingeke, the name of the cows tingeke. So basically one cow will belong to my family and then the other cow will belong to my grandmother's family, yabo. And then the person that slaughters the cows, Ngozolo. I'm not sure what's in the information, but as long as you can inform me. So Lana Ngozolo was trying to find the right position ukuthi ahlabe le nkomo. Mina, I actually didn't know ukuthi you actually slaughter a cow through the heart. I mean, I thought bayayibamba nje bayijube inhloko njengenkukhu, but it's not like that. You see, he tried for the first time, but he actually didn't hit the spot that actually has the heart, yabo. So he had to try again after some time. You see, my uncle was actually directing him because he actually knows ukuthi where the heart of the cow is. Yeah, now he wasn't allowed to do it though because the chosen person was that guy. So he tried again. And then he found the heart. You'll see now inkomo vele nje sehlangana.
No, vlog ngafaka buya kuyimisa straight.
Wait for it, you will see it. Faint and idibala fast. It will start. Yeah, it's starting to lose the balance. It's probably bleeding from the inside. Damn. And then it fell just like that. Everyone else is just watching the whole thing. It's so fascinating, man. And then it was time for the second cow. Waizama nayo trying to go straight where the heart is. Aishaya nayo. Unfortunately, he didn't actually hit the spot with this one as well. So he had to try again. He did try again. I was actually trying to get a better view. And then that's how he got it. Just like that, it also died. And then from there, they were actually peeling the skin so that they can be able to cut the cows very well. They were peeling the skin, peeling the skin, peeling the skin, while the ladies were busy cooking pap. Because village at that point, we were super hungry. Yes, girl. And then this is umcomboti for everyone that is actually busy with the peeling. This guy is trying to get a sip. They stopped him because they said the chosen guy actually is supposed to start. This is me with my cousin.
Say hello vlog. Say hello vlog. Hello vlog. Why only my son? Say hello vlog. Mameta. That's cool.
This is how a Swaziland traditional attire looks like for the ladies. This is my aunt. My aunt is my uncle's wife. And then I don't know why this lady was so jealous of this guy. This guy was just drunk and enjoying himself singing, but this lady just kept saying, Tula wena, for what? I don't know. That is my cousin Siabonga. So from there we actually went to play pool because they were cooking, and waiting near the pots was just giving us so much hunger, and being on we just stay away so that we come back when the food is ready. That is the jukebox. We didn't know how to play songs, so I asked the owner of the store to help us. This guy actually just wanted to dance as we play pool. Abash. So that is how the male's traditional attire looks like. And then we played pool, and you guys know I'm not a loser, so I won the match. From there, Osiabonga was super drunk.
Manju yisa kuphi? Siyabonga hayi hawu. Siyabonga manju yisa phi? Hayi siyabonga.
Hayibo siyabonga bana order yeva.
Uyakhoma ngayo ngayo. Uyakhoma ngayo. Uyakhoma ngayo ngaleni uyothusa abantu.
Umntwana wami angaqhuleka ke yathi siyabonga kana.
Hayi bo siyabonga nabo. Siyabonga bantu omshaya. Siyabonga tokushaya wena. Khalanya kothwenya ka yona. Saba matomshaya.
So yona ya ejecting the baba. So yeah, phina leni nyoka. Ngabashita bayike batayibona baba. Wena Esiyabonga sine bantwana utasawudlala nabo. Nyoka ingona lo. Akunyoka phezulu. Akunyoka. Labantu laba bamhlonphaya la ngaphili kodwa kudla
Uyaphapha siyabonga, uyaphapha siyabonga. Uyaphapha siyabonga. Ya usuka njalo. Usuka nayo ngale uyiletha ngalana yakade usileni.
uyaphi le nyoka mthini bantu.
Dola mchana la matalani, dola mchana la matalani. Itangala ke, ni araza ka. Deni puni tangana, deni puni tangana. Opa tanga style. Ifunele no tanda zoni, kada veli tangala ke. Ni araza ka, sirina zomsayo. Tanga tanga msayo, anga anga msayo. Kalau mina tanga msayo. Iyo. Dan silang alay. Dan silang sangan.
So this was the next day. There's no view for the Swaziland view, my brother. There's no view for the Swaziland view. So we're just having a young get together nyana there at my grandmother's place. Yes, basically. So that's where my uncle and my mom grew up. We were busy chopping wood there, and my uncle was busy cutting we're eating, it's the cow's head. Yes, it's the cow's head. They're busy cutting it, and then we place it in the pot. My uncle's actually good at cooking this. We are trying out umqombothi. Mama, say hi. Say hi, vlog.
Hi.
Hi, vlog.
Hi vlog. Vlog mama.
Not bad. Then I saw these chicks laying down. Mina, I thought they were dead, but my grandmother said that they caught a cold, so they're feeling super cold and they lose energy when they're cold. And then because they were placed in the sun, so they started getting some energy.
I'm so proud of you. Hello. Washa. Good girl. Women making moves for real. Women in tech.
This is us preparing to shaya mnige fast. My uncle was busy tuning in Hloko there. I was getting super hungry. these specific two ladies kept on asking for alcohol from me, and I kept on giving them. They were asking it, and at some point they were demanding the alcohol. It was actually, I kept on giving them Trusty Hoff, and Uzanda said I should fagger a bit of Gordons so that they can get drunk faster because they are busy demanding the alcohol. And look what the alcohol did to them.
Nanandisanda guys. We are feasting. Come here. I'm so drunk. The skin. Yeah, given. Yeah, okay, what's a little? Skin sour, man. How do you buy? How much is it?
It's not a yeah.
How do you do?
This is the cow tongue. Not bad.
It means my cheese.
Und sag nur, ich habe keine.
Essence. Fish ever. Martane be object, angati sube kun.
So here I was actually going to take a small shit nyana. Then I saw one dealer there already drunk and sleeping down there. This is me taking my shit. And then I got a closer look at one dealer. One dealer always does this, like all the time. He never fails to do this. He gets too drunk, he sleeps pants in jail without a problem, unprovoked. One thing about the Swaziland view, it's always giving. And then the next day, it was super cold, so we were just watching movies, movie after the other, chilling and laying down there. This is me with my cousin. I have a shame. One thing about this boy, I have a shame. And then we went Eladeni to make some food because we were super hungry and it was raining outside. So we had to do this Eladeni. Eladeni is where they cook meals because back then, back in here, electricity only got in Swaziland now recently. And they are still used to cooking in the fire. So they still cook here and save electricity for smaller things. When it's raining, vele nje ama-hormones eva ngathi angashaya ama-undertaker eyes, even with pigs, even with humans. So vele kwanyiwa nje vele outside. Hlala ke, this is my favorite part ke about being in Swaziland. Just chill without any data and just chat nje. The next day, I was still mesmerized by the view of Swaziland, so I was just checking it out nje. And then uMagriza wayesithuma ukuthi we should go Tota, which is fetching wood, because you saw that they cook in the fire in Swaziland. So she sent us to go fetch wood. Asahamba vele. It was a long walk, a super long walk. Elhambo lolute eSwati. We walked. So luckily, where we're actually going to fetch wood is actually near where Siyabonga plants his weed. So this is where Siyabonga plants his weed. This is Siyabonga's weed nje. Lena is basically what happens in Swaziland is that most homes, 80% of the homes in Swaziland actually have weed garden. Is there such a thing as a weed garden? Yes, but they have weed gardens and they plant weed and then sell them in South Africa for cash, and they actually make a lot. So Siyabonga has his own weed garden. This is us getting wood because Vele Makriza Vegastumile, my grandmother had sent us to fetch wood. I actually knew what I was doing. Hey, I actually didn't know what I was doing. I could see the wood that is ready to be taken out, and I could differentiate, because you can't take wood that is super wet and still intact with another tree. So we usually take the ones that are actually not connected to any tree, and they usually are super dry and not so heavy, right, and easily used for fire, right. We walked back home. The wood was super heavy. Yo, yeah. This is us coming back, and unfortunately the video didn't show very well. Usually when we come back from fetching wood, my grandmother stands by the gate and then she says holo holo, so that we feel like we did something huge, so that we feel encouraged to do it again, and she's just showing gratitude and appreciation for what we did for her. So she says holo holo. This is us coming back from the store to play pool. It was super cold. We're just rushing home. Then the next morning, one thing about my grandmother, she doesn't like seeing people chilling and watching TV. Everyone must work, everyone must do something. If she feels like we are just sleeping way too much, she wakes us up, gives us this thing. This is called ingwangwa in Swati. And one thing about ingwangwa, you'll eat it at 8 a.m. By 12 you are already hungry in Jevele, and now you need tea. So she usually buys 2 loaves and gives us so that we eat. I don't know where I was coming from. And then what happened, Jay? I was just videoizing the pigs and the chickens.
iyayisaba and labo bantwana labo bamhlophe shokuthi lo ngilo babe vele and kunomnye babe labalekeni shokuthi bathethela ama-jeans ala, that's why bamhlophe. And leti tebafati leti brown tifana nalo mali.
So this is my cousin Fundo. He's taking maize from Enyangweni. Enyangweni is where they store the dried maize that they use for maize meal. So we're taking the maize from Enyangweni and taking it to my grandmother in that house where Fundo is. And then that's where they take it out. I'll show you. But now this is where the maize, is it maize granules? What are those things that maize contain? I forgot those things, but that's what is used to actually make maize meal. I'll show you. There's a clip coming up. And then our grandmother said that since we came, we didn't eat a chicken, so it's better because we are all together. We should catch a chicken and eat it up. And then there's a strategy that we actually use, right? We take the maize. You saw my cousin was coming out of that room. That's where the maize is stored. And we throw the maize here on the ground, and then the chickens come and try to eat the maize. While the chickens are busy eating the maize, we actually catch the chicken that we want to eat. You see this black one here? That's the one that our grandmother showed us we must eat. So now the chicken can actually see we want to catch it. That's why it's not eating with the other ones there. It's trying to slowly run away. So which means that chickens can actually sense weird vibes. So now we're busy trying to catch the chicken, and now while I'm busy making this voiceover, I'm thinking about that viral video of that other lady that just clapped her hands and all the chicken came, and then she actually caught the chicken on the leg instead of just the feathers. She actually caught the leg, which was so iconic. This is my cousin trying to catch the chicken, and the chicken can actually see Uguti. He wants to catch it. You see, both the chickens are actually sensing the weird vibes that are happening. He failed catching the chicken, but we ended up chasing it around the yard and I ended up catching it. I hate the fact that I called Lusana to make a video, but she got here super late. Now I'll be making a video and posting it on TikTok so that me and that lady become the two icons that catch chickens. But she was super iconic because she actually caught that chicken straight on the leg. That was super iconic.
Lisa.
Then I went to place the chicken edladleni. I hope you remember where edladleni is. This is still edladleni. Lusanda is actually removing the feathers. Is it feathers? Lusanda is removing the feathers so that we chow the chicken. At this point, we were super hungry. While she was busy preparing the chicken for it to be cooked, I was busy preparing a fire. So when you actually prepare umlilo, you gather the wood and put them all together in what shape does it form? It forms I can't explain this in English, but you put the wood together, and then if you think that the wood only with a box of matches is not going to do the trick, you take a plastic, you light up the plastic, and then the droplets from the plastic that caught fire, you English, you let the droplets from the plastic ukuthi awele on top of where all the wood meet. I tried, and then you see, this is me. I went to get a plastic because I knew a plastic was gonna make this whole thing faster. So I got a plastic, lighted it up, and then the droplets from you see the fire droplets there, but droplets are from something liquid, so I don't know. Drops of fire, is there such a thing as drops of fire? That's my grandmother there. So this is me preparing the drops. I made sure that the drops actually drop from the drops of the droplets awela yini kuwa ngelo nge-English. Yeah, but you understand, man, you understand. And then this is me preparing a fire. It was a success, man. There's nothing that I actually do and fail doing it. I make sure that it succeeds.
Ndifuna niwile afake screen protector screen protector sesivele ngisithemba njani.
Gosh, wash.
This was the next day. We ate the chicken that day. I hate that I actually didn't make enough clips, but I'm going again in December and I'm going to come back with many clips. Enough clips so that each day has its own vlog. But that is just gonna be too much. But I'll see. Umadala beyasigijimela so that he gets a lift. Then we opened for him. He got in. That is the church down there. We went to church. I couldn't record at the church, inside the church, because that was just gonna be disrespectful. It's my first time going there, then I'm there with videos and recording. But the experience was super nice. It was my first time going to a Jericho church. If you don't know what Jericho is, then I don't know what to call Jericho in English. Oh, but it's those churches where they do choof, choof, get it, man. Then we walked to town because the church was near town. From town, we went back home. This is the next morning. I told you guys, my grandmother doesn't want to see anyone chilling. She doesn't want to see anyone chilling. We were busy working early in the morning. These two were told to cut the grass. So we don't use grass cutting machines in Swaziland. We use a leisure. Slashing in Swati. I saw Slashing is written leisure. I don't know if the name is actually leisure or leisure is a brand, but okay. So now here comes the part Yasenyangweni, right, where they store dried maize for making pap. This is the maize. And then this is Lusanda putting the maize in the sacks, right? And then she gives me the sacks, then I take the sacks to where the maize is removed from. I don't know what that thing in the middle of, not in the middle, man, mkatini, but you get me, man. Ish, yeah. So this is me, this is the room, this is Siawa's mom and my grandmother. So we put the maize here, and then the maize granules get removed from that thing that we call sinyani in Swati. So that thing that remains after the granules are removed, I usually used for I usually used in the toilet when there's no tissue, right? So those things are actually used in the toilet. These things here, can you see? Yeah, next to my grandmother there. Yes, those things are actually used in the toilet when there's no tissue. And then from there we went to these things. And then from there we went to Siawanga's crib to take avocado from the trees, because my mother had asked for avocados, right? And then we went back home. We're probably on our way home here, if I am legit. Thanks for watching the vlog. Bye.